Welcome student, and today we'll study the geography section, unit 1, chapter 1, components of environment. Components of environment. Get ready. In this chapter, and we'll study the components of environment. And what are the components of environment? So far the word environment, and what is environment? So the word environment has originated from the French word environ, and it means the surroundings, and man means the external. The term environment etymologically means surroundings, our surrounding, and geography deals with the various components of the environment, and it also studies the interrelationship between human beings and their environment. And on the basic of origin, the geographical elements can be broadly divided or classified into two groups: natural elements and human-made elements. And that is, and you have to think about the natural, what are the natural elements and the man-made elements. So then the natural environment can be further bifurcated. It is divided into two categories, two groups. One is the physical environment, and the second one is biological environment. The physical environment is also known as the abiotic, and biological environment is known as biotic. So in this group, and then the physical environment include all the elements of the physical environment. And come to the point, and physical environment includes all non-living things. These are the non-living things. And biotic biological जो है biological environment, that's related to the living thing, those which have life, okay, life sustaining elements, and those which have life living elements or living things. And physical elements means the non-living things, and biological element means these are the environment means the living things. And the physical environment, for example, physical environment, this includes all the non-living things like land, water, and air. And the example of biological environment include all living things such as the plants and the animals. And man is the most important component of the biological environment or the environment, and who satisfy all the required needs for both parts, the groups of the both groups of the environment. And then the next paragraph is the two components of the natural environment, means the physical it be or the biological, the both are largely interdependent, एक दूसरे पे interdependent होते हैं and cannot be separated, separate नहीं कर सकते. Major changes in physical environment, अगर physical environment में कोई भी changes आता है, and it's bound to bring a change in the accompanying biological environment. फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट में अगर कुछ भी चेंजेस होता है तो बायोलॉजिकल एनवायरनमेंट पे वो दिखाई देगा. एंड द चेंज, बट ये जो चेंजेस है इट कैन बी सडन और ग्रेजुअल. और फॉर एग्जांपल द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द सॉइल टेक्स ईयर्स टुगेदर. जो मिट्टी बनता है, सॉइल का जो फॉर्मेशन होता है, ये बहुत सालों लगता है फॉर्मेशन होने में. एंड इट कैन बी विजुअलाइज, इट कैनॉट बी विजुअलाइज, हम लोग देख नहीं सकते इसको थ्रू आवर सेंस. But on the other hand, the sudden changes occur in the environment. That is, some changes are very sudden, like the changes brought about by the occurrence of earthquakes or volcano earthquakes से जो changes होते हैं और तुरंत हम लोग को दिखाई देते हैं. Now come to the next paragraph. At the four spheres of environment. Environment के four spheres क्या क्या है? And these are the natural environment can be broadly divided into four spheres. This is the lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. And each of these unique in its own way, so other in sustaining life forms on our planet called the Mother Earth. And let us understand the importance of each sphere of the natural environment separately. Okay, first start lithosphere. And what is a lithosphere? The literal meaning of lithosphere is sphere of rocks, means solid crust of rocks forming the surface of the earth is called the lithosphere. The word litho means rock or stone, and sphere means the domain. So the term lithosphere can be described as the sphere of rock sphere, or it be sphere of rocks or the rock sphere. So the earth's solid layer is called the lithosphere. Then come to the next paragraph, next page. This lithosphere is about 100 km in thickness, Uppermost part of the lithosphere is composed of rocks rich in silica and aluminum, and that is called Cl. And the silica Si from silica and Al from aluminum, and both Si plus Al is Cl. So that this is the short form in Cl, that is silica and aluminum. How we have to remember this? Silica, the first two letter, and aluminum, the first two Al. Then Si and Al, Cl, and this is called the Cl. And below the shear layer का जो नीचे रहता है, that rocks are mainly rich in silica and magnesium. That is the second layer, that is silica and magnesium. Si and Ma, that is SiMa, that is called as SiMa, SiMa. So which is generally found below the bottom of the ocean basin पे. ये जो है सीमा जो है ocean basin पे, समुद्री इलाका की जो है उसका बेस पे ही दिखाई देता है. Thus, lithosphere is that part of the earth and which provides us land over which we live. हम जिस जगह पे रहते हैं, जिस जमीन के ऊपर, उसको lithosphere बोलते हैं. And it provides soil for the plants, and it is also the source of all the mineral wealth. So next come to the atmosphere. The literal meaning of atmosphere is the sphere of air. It is the sphere of air. The atmosphere is composed of the mixture of gases which forms an envelope like structure around the earth. एक envelope बना के earth के चारों ओर है, and it is gaseous envelope extending about 1600 km above the earth surface. earth surface से 1600 km above तक ये spread हुआ, extend हुआ है. And of the total mass of atmosphere, 99% exist within 32 km heights from the earth surface. earth surface से 32 किलोमीटर के अंदर ही 99% of air exist करता है. Okay, it is the most important thing that the total air, and it spread to 1600 km of the earth surface. But among this, and of the total mass of atmosphere, that 99% exist within 32 km of from the earth surface से 32 किलोमीटर के अंदर ही 99% air रहता है. Okay, and then among the four major elements of environment, and atmosphere is the most dynamic in nature. And why it is known as the most dynamic in nature means, and what changes occur not only from season to season, season के season एक लंबा टाइम होता है ऐसा नहीं, but also within a short period of time, बहुत छोटा टाइम पे बहुत सारा चेंजेस होता है. इतने few hours मौसम चेंज हो जाता है, एंड देन पानी गिर जाते हैं, फिर गर्मी हो जाता है, धूप हो जाता है. So that so many changes occur within few hours. This certain changes produce changes in atmospheric condition. Atmospheric condition पे बहुत सारा changes आते हैं, and which affect our life both directly and indirectly. Then the third one is hydrosphere. Okay, and hydrosphere refer to the sphere of water. Hydro means water. The water, that is sphere is the domain. So domain, the area of water, that is hydrosphere, the sphere of water, which is present in, and where we get the hydrosphere and where it is, and it is present in oceans, rivers, lakes, and other water bodies on the earth's surface. The planet earth, and it is known as, one of the most important questions is why it is known as the blue planet or the water planet. It is known as, so the earth, which is the planet where we live, the planet earth is often called the water planet or the blue planet because of the abundance of water on its surface. And the water bodies that include river, lakes, seas, and oceans cover more than 70%, that is 71% of the earth's surface. अर्थ को एक ब्लू प्लैनेट बोला जाता है या वाटर प्लैनेट बोला जाता है. हुआ है क्योंकि अर्थ के चारों ओर 71% जो वाटर बॉडीज घेरा हुआ है, abundant of water on its surface. So the distribution of water is, and also there are 71% water available on earth, but the distribution of water is not uniform in both the northern and the southern hemisphere. ये साउदर्न और नॉर्थन हेमिस्फीयर में भी इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नहीं हुआ है. सो दैट, एंड इट इज एस्टिमेटेड दैट अबाउट 43% of total area covered by water lies in the northern hemisphere, where the remaining of 53% that lies in the southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere पे 43% water and 53% है southern hemisphere पे. And the total water among this, and ocean hold 96.5% water on the earth, and then remaining 3.5%, and that remaining 3.5% about the rest of water is available in the form of ice, water vapors, underground water, rivers and lakes. बाकी जगह पे ये 3.5% अवेलेबल है. Then what is biosphere? Biosphere. The word biosphere literally means the sphere. जहाँ लाइफ पॉसिबिलिटी है उसको बायोस्फीयर बोला जाता है. बायोस्फीयर इज द नेरो जोन ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट बिटवीन ऑल द थ्री स्फीयर ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट वेयर ऑल काइंड ऑफ लाइफ एग्जिस्ट. So life exists only in a zone where land, water and air contact each other, and this domain or this area is called the biosphere, and this makes the earth a unique planet system. And this question also come, and why it is a unique planet, the earth is a unique planet. Living beings exist only in the biosphere, and only life is possible in earth, so it is a unique planet in the solar system. Okay, all living organisms are interdependent or dependent on the biosphere for their existence. The entire biosphere is composed of several distinct zones, and each zone has its own physical environment, plants and animals life, and these are called the ecosystem. Okay, this is known as the ecosystem, and several ecosystems exist in the biosphere. All biotic organisms in an ecosystem are dependent on each other and also interact with the abiotic environment. So, in this chapter we have discussed all lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. Thank you student for watching the video, and please subscribe and like for the next updates.